the Cabinet 2.0 that will take oath on the 30th of this month, for which Mamata Banerjee will also be in attendance. Well, with Narendra Modi all set to be sworn in second time over as the Indian Prime Minister, the big question arising, who will make the cut in the Cabinet? The biggest suspense looms over Finance Ministry as Arun Jaitley is not in good health for a very long time. Even as he's believed to be healthy now, but the possibility of a reshuffle cannot be ruled out. Earlier, when Jaitley fell ill in his absence, Piyush Goyal worked as the acting finance minister and presented the interim budget. Now, this is what it looks like. The External Affairs Ministry, let's shift focus from the Finance Ministry to the External Affairs Ministry. It's also in focus as the sitting minister Sushma Swaraj did not contest Lok Sabha elections. Mind you, she was an MP from the constituency of Vidisha in Madhya Pradesh, and this time around chose not to fight that election, citing ill health. So in that case, if Sushma Swaraj also doesn't make it to the External Affairs Ministry, that slot will lie vacant as well. Of course, there are no indications that suggest that she has declined or will not be given that position again. But this is what it looks like, net-net. Now, the big surprise element here, Amit Shah can join the cabinet or decide to continue as party president. There are reports that suggest that BJP President Amit Shah might be given a post in Modi's cabinet. Well, if that happens, he will have to resign as the party president and a new party chief will be appointed. However, with what we are getting to here, that Amit Shah will continue as BJP chief. But that option still open for Amit Shah. Meanwhile, counter reports are also coming in that Shah might also choose to stay at the party president. Is that what we're trying to suggest? Meanwhile, let's move on. BJP has registered a thumping victory in the Lok Sabha polls, achieving success even in the bastion that it never breached before. Meanwhile, NDA allies. Let's talk about the allies, because the allies this time would also be looking at possible cabinet berths, even though, mind you, the BJP romped home with a majority of its own of 303. But those 39 Lok Sabha seats that the NDA won, that is BJP plus allies, the NDA, the alliances might want their share as well. Well, these allies to be given representation in Modi's cabinet. The Shiv Sena, which is one of the oldest allies of the BJP, managed to win all the 18 seats it contested. Nitish Kumar, JDU, which has no role in the previous central government, has won 16 seats in Bihar. The question is, will his party get cabinet berths? So this is what it looks like. Even the Akali, Shiromani Akali Dal, the oldest BJP ally, won 2 seats in Punjab, namely Harsimrat Kaur Badal and Sukhbir, her husband, Sukhbir Badal. Harsimrat already has the food processing cabinet. That's what she holds, or did hold, in the first term of Narendra Modi. The Akalis would also be looking at getting representation. But in all of this, the likes of Ramvilas Paswan, JDU, Ramvilas Paswan's LJP, JDU, Nitish Kumar, Akalis, they would all be looking at, and the Shiv Sena, in fact, to get representation. All right. In terms of states, what does it look like? 2019 Lok Sabha election results were full of intrigue and surprises, and one of those biggest surprises was thrown in the state of West Bengal. So 18 MP being represented for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the state of West Bengal. The Bharatiya Janata Party would in fact be looking at representation in those seats as well. All right, we're going to go across to West Bengal and the big states where BJP won big in a short while from now. Let's move across now to the big giant slayers. You have Sadhvi Pragya versus Digvijay Singh. Well, that was a big one there. On the other, you have Smriti Irani. Let's move on with the graphics. You have Smriti Irani versus Rahul Gandhi. Well, Smriti Irani is the one to watch out for. Will she make it to the top cabinet berths of the Modi government? Well, we'll only know on the 30th. All right, let's continue with the giant slayers. Can we move on with the graphics? Yes. So we have from Tumkur, from Karnataka, former Prime Minister H.D. Devagowda also lost to BJP's Umesh G. Jadhav from Tumkur Lok Sabha constituency. The surprising results can be said were direct result of the Modi wave. But having said that, the Modi cabinet will see representation from some of these giant slayers, namely Smriti Irani will definitely find a stronger ministry than she's been at. So this is what it looks like in terms of the giant slayers. You have young Tejasvi Surya, possibly one of the youngest MPs representing the Bharatiya Janata Party in Lok Sabha. I want to immediately connect to my colleague Polumi Saha, who's now joining us right outside Lokmanya Marg, where 7 RCR, which is now 7 Lokmanya Marg, and Polumi, a meeting going on with Amit Shah and Narendra Modi, the to-be Prime Minister, the Prime Minister in waiting, or the caretaker Prime Minister right now. Foolhardy to ask you who'll make it or not, but what are the probables? What are the names doing the rounds?
Well, as of now, Preeti, we do not have names. We just have a basic sense of how many could possibly find a space and who exactly, in terms of representation of states and parties, could find a space in the Union Council of Ministers, which is to be sworn in on May 30th at 7 p.m. at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. What we know is that the top cabinet ranks will obviously be filled by the Prime Minister because he wants to get a government functioning before, of course, the Parliament session convenes on the 5th or 6th of June, depending on when Eid is. But the fact is that they will want to appoint all cabinet rank ministers. Mr. Arun Jaitley might not find a space in that because his health does not permit, and he has been very overworked. He has been advised a lot of rest, and his family has told him to rest as well. So it's unlikely that Mr. Jaitley will feature in the Union Council of Ministers that will be sworn in on May 30th. As far as Mr. Amit Shah is concerned, there's a lot of speculation rife as to whether he will find space in the Union Council of Ministers as well. Now, there is no iota of doubt that Mr. Amit Shah will join the Union Council of Ministers at some point or the other in these 5 years. But will it be on May 30th? Now, there is some speculation about that because there are some crucial states that the BJP is eyeing in terms of, gaining a toehold in those states like Karnataka, in Madhya Pradesh, hoping that there will be many more defections in the coming months, and that will give them enough numbers in order to prove their strength on the floor of these legislative assemblies. And for that, they need Mr. Amit Shah on board. Currently, they do not have someone in mind who they can immediately hand over the reins of the party to, because Mr. Amit Shah will have to demit office if he joins the Union Council of Ministers. So unlikely that he will be part of that first batch, which will be sworn in with the Prime Minister on May 30th. But there will be allies who will, of course, be featured in that. Ramvilas Paswan today, his son has very clearly stated after the LJP parliamentary board meeting that Chirag will not feature in the Union Council of Ministers. Ramvilas Paswan will represent LJP in the Union Council of Ministers. As far as Shiv Sena is concerned, they're hoping that they can get 4 seats on that Union Council of Ministers, 1 cabinet rank, 1 independent charge, and 2 MOSs. Unlikely that will happen. Possibly they will have to satisfy themselves with 2 ministerial berths. As far as the Badals are concerned, the Shiromani Akali Dal is concerned, there is a lot of speculation that this time former Deputy Chief Minister of Punjab, Sukhbir Badal, instead of his wife, might find a place in the Union Council of Ministers. Northeast representation is likely to go up as well because the BJP's footprint in the Northeast has increased. Also, representation from states like Odisha and West Bengal, which have paid very good dividends for the Bharatiya Janata Party in these Lok Sabha elections. They'll also keep in mind the states that go to polls by the end of this year, which includes Haryana, which includes states like Maharashtra. So that is going to be very crucial as well in terms of representation. So this is what we know so far, Preeti, in terms of how that Union Council of Ministers batch is going to look like, which will be sworn in on May 30th, along with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's already been appointed Prime Minister by the President of India.
All right, Polumi, just stay on with me because I want to, talk a little bit more about, say, Karnataka, West Bengal, the states where the Bharatiya Janata Party won big with. Because let's, we don't want to speculate about whether the finance ministry will be with Mr. Jaitley, do not want to speculate about his health, do not want to speculate about the external affairs ministry, which is, of course, Ms. Sushma Swaraj. But let's just talk about states where the BJP will have to give representation. And one of the big chunk of that at least, if you're looking at just politically, would be the state of West Bengal, where they won 18 Lok Sabha seats. Poulomi, are you with me?
Yes, Preeti, I can hear you.
No, Poulomi, that's what I was asking, that a big focus would be on the state of West Bengal in terms of representation.
Absolutely. West Bengal, the BJP wants to obviously reward the people of West Bengal for putting their faith and trust in the Bharatiya Janata Party. And they're also eyeing the 2021 elections, assembly elections. Who knows, like as Sujavargya said, if the defections continue at the rate that they're happening right now, the government could fall on its own in West Bengal. Though that's still a very far cry, given the number of corporators who have jumped ship today and the legislators, though they claim that there'll be many more coming in various phases into the Bharatiya Janata Party. But given the fact that when BJP managed to get in only 2 members of parliament from the state of West Bengal in 2014, both members of parliament joined the Union Council of Ministers, which was S.S. Ahluwalia and Babul Supriyo. This time they have 18 members of parliament. So obviously the representation of the state of West Bengal is going to go up in the Union Council of Ministers. So we're looking at more MPs who will possibly become Union Council of Ministers, and the Prime Minister's focus is going to be on equal representation. So there will be more women in the Union Council of Ministers. There will be more young, fresh faces that he's looking for in terms of talent.
Poulomi, remember the last time the Prime Minister said that we're going to keep it skinny, that we're going to keep a really skinny cabinet which works that hard. But let's just also, put in our graphics as well of the giant slayers, and they've been quite a few, and trumping those has been, of course, Smriti Irani. And Poulomi, I'll come to you for one quick question before we move on, to other states as well in terms of representation. Smriti Irani touted to get a big ministry this time.
Absolutely. Smriti Irani is the next big headline as far as these election results are concerned. First was obviously the NDA sweep, and then, of course, it was Smriti Irani taking away the Gandhi bastion from, under their eyes within 5 years' time that she's had to work on that constituency. In 2014, she didn't have much time when she went into that constituency. 5 years, she worked on that constituency, and she's won in 2019. So obviously, there is a lot of cheer and support for her. Her supporters coming forward and making representations to the government saying that she needs to be rewarded amply with a heavyweight portfolio. It remains to be seen what that portfolio will be.
Right, Poulomi, stay on with us. We're going to keep coming back to you. Let's once again bring in the numbers on why West Bengal is so important. And to put that in perspective, Manogya was with us just about 5 minutes ago. And we'll bring you in again, Manogya. And let's just look at in terms of numbers in West Bengal, 18 Lok Sabha seats where the BJP is concerned. And a possible chunk in terms of this new cabinet could come from the state of West Bengal. Also to send a perceptual message, isn't it, Manogya?
Well, absolutely. I would put it this way. Rajasthan might have sent 25 MPs, but it might not get as many union berths as West Bengal is scheduled to get. The second important point would be West Bengal is also now entering the phase of its assembly polls in 2021, which BJP is eyeing big time. What we are expecting from our sources, when there were 2 members of parliament from Bengal, there were 2 ministers of state in the union cabinet. But this time you can see an elevation of Babul Supriyo happening, and the second person would be S.S. Ahluwalia. However, the other 3 names doing the round have been a Rajya Sabha MP, Rupa Ganguly. The second would be Loket Chatterjee, who's a newly elected MP, and of course the female face from the state, a Dr. Subhash Naskar, who's been defeating big-time Trinamool Congress, and someone from North Bengal, including Nishit Adhikari or someone else, John Barla, who have been switching sides from TMC to BJP and have brought a lot of success in the North Bengal sweep that the TMC has had a big setback in, and BJP has seen big gains in North Bengal, and that's the reason why you could expect these 4-5 important faces. Not to mention and not to forget Dilip Ghosh, who's the BJP state president, and also his term would be ending in next 3-4 months. So would be an elevation there for him also. Would be interesting to watch. A lot of new faces and a lot of things that's still at stake politically for BJP, even as it is fighting it out with TMC on ground every alternate day.
All right, Manogya, appreciate you joining us. So a big chunk, like Manogya pointed out, could possibly come in from West Bengal, even though states like Gujarat, states like Rajasthan, there's been a complete, absolute sweep. by the Bharatiya Janata Party might not find that kind of representation. West Bengal could have more of that in place. Thank you, Manogya, for joining us. Let's just shift focus right now from the state of West Bengal to the only silver lining of the south for the Bharatiya Janata Party, Karnataka. 25, whopping figure there. 25 out of 28 seats the BJP won. 24 out of 28 seats the BJP won in Karnataka, and would be looking in terms of representation in the cabinet from there as well. I'd like to bring in my colleague Nolan Pinto for more on that. Nolan, it does seem that Karnataka, in all probability, will also find representation in the cabinet, keeping in mind the, in terms of the current crisis where the alliance of JDS and Congress is concerned in Karnataka. The BJP would want to build on that. Importantly, the only hope in the south is Karnataka right now. All right, we're going to try and go across to Nolan, but let's just also delve a little deeper where south is concerned. Who've been the big ticket ministers who have lost in terms, you have Malik Arjun Kharge, who lost his Gulbarga constituency to BJP's Umesh Jadhav. So that was a biggie there. You have Tejasvi Surya, one of the youngest MPs of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which would be in parliament, and he, mind you, won over Congress heavyweight BK Hariprasad. Now, possibly not Tejasvi Surya, but there could be representation coming in from Karnataka, where this new cabinet is concerned. Why Karnataka? Because, like I said, a huge win for the Bharatiya Janata Party coming in from the state of Karnataka. Out of 28, they have won 24, and they would possibly be looking at giving representation to the state of Karnataka. All right, I want to connect to my colleague Nolan Pinto, who's joining us live for more updates on this. Nolan, Karnataka would be that silver lining for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the south, therefore could look at possible representation in the cabinet of Prime Minister Modi this time. Nolan, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Nolan?
Yes, I can.
All right, so Nolan, the big question, so Karnataka could also give a huge not a huge in fact, but would be represented in Modi's cabinet.
Absolutely, that's a great possibility considering the large number of MPs that Karnataka has given. Now, last time around it was 17. This time is 25 out of 28. So what people are talking about here, especially political pundits, is that the BJP has done exceedingly well over here. Even BJP state president Mr. Yediyurappa had clearly stated during the campaign season that minimum of 22 MPs will be elected from Karnataka. Then no one, not even in his party, no one believed that this would happen. But our exit polls, basically India Today, Access My India exit polls predicted between 21 and 25, and 25 bang on. This is what happened. So one can expect at least four MPs getting a ministerial berth in Prime Minister Modi's cabinet from Karnataka, especially for the wonderful work that they have done in the state.
All right, thank you for joining us, Nolan. We're going to come back to you for more updates. So we don't really want to speculate, but this is what it looks like. We've just given you factual information. States where the BJP has won big and would hope to capitalize on could get representation. You have the likes of West Bengal, which could get bigger representation from, say, a Gujarat or Rajasthan, where the BJP completely swept all seats. Big names that could be getting big in terms of ministries. You have Smriti Irani, the giant slayer this election. So this is what it looks like. We're going to continue getting you the latest news and updates. Continue on the other side.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.